Hello everyone, I am Jaydeep Garala. In today's video, we will be looking at how we can use Entity Framework database first approach to fetch data in an ASP.NET Core Razor web application. .NET 5 version and it's amazing and like a miracle wonderful feature from .NET 5. So let's start Visual Studio and start developing our code. We have opened a Visual Studio solution. We will create a new project. We will click on create a new project and we will choose a programming language C Sharp and web in our filter as a web. And inside that we will choose the ASP Core web application and click next. After that we will give a name of our project. We enter a project name web application demo and set a location for this project. We will click next and from the target framework I have .NET 5 current. If don't display .NET 5 in your machine, so update Visual Studio IDE. After that you would be able to see that option and will be able to create .NET 5 solution. As well, I have authentication type none and configure the HTTPS checked mark and click create. So that will create a .NET 5 Core web application, a Razor web application for us. Our application has been created successfully. We are clicking on the play button to see what does .NET 5 give us out of the box for this Razor Page application. So out of the box we can see that we have a website ready and this website use Bootstrap CSS by default and we have a navigation bar on the top. It has the home and privacy page. Home page and privacy page. And we can toggle between the two menus. We will add more links over here and we will fetch data inside a table using Entity Framework Core database first approach. So let's go back to Visual Studio and install our Git packages. For Entity Framework Core, let's install our necessary NuGet packages. So we will right click on a Solution Explorer and click on Manage NuGet Packages. This will open our NuGet Packages window. Browse for two packages. One is called Entity Framework Core.SQL Server. In search text box, we can type Entity Framework Microsoft Entity Framework Core SQL Server. Select a web application demo. So I will click on install. We can see the status of the NuGet packages installation over here output window and we can see it is successfully installed. License agreement accepted. We come back to the browse menu again and install Entity Framework Core Tools. So we will click Entity Framework Core Tools and click install. I accept. We can use Entity Framework database first approach. So we have database. So click Google Chrome and we have share market database from NSE site nseindia.com in market data link and market watch equity and SME market watch and here is a download CSV file. We will download CSV file. Now we have a Nifty 50 script for share market data and we will transfer to SQL database. So let's start CSV transfer to SQL database. Now we will this share market demo data transfer to SQL table. So let's start. Go to Microsoft SQL Server Management Studio. Here we have a server name localDB MS SQL localDB. Expand database. In select database and right click and click new database. Give a meaningful name. My data demo. Click OK. We will click on My Data Demo, then click right click, go to Tasks and select Import Flat File. Now click on Next. Location of the file to be imported. Browse and go to Download folder and import our CSV file. Now table schema DBO. Click Next. Here is our demo data from our CSV. We will click Next. If you want to change your column data type, primary key, allow nulls, you can change it. We will not change to any data, so we will click Next and then click Finish. Now check our data in SQL table. So refresh our tables column and open a new query window and then write a query. Select Start from our table name and execute this query. So let's see share market Nifty stock table has some data in it and we can see that. So we will try to pull this data using entity framework core, the database first approach, because we have existing data and we will try to display it on the web page. So let's start. Flip to Visual Studio. We will click on Tools menu, NuGet Package Manager and Package Manager console. Now type CLS to clear the screen. We will execute this command over here, which is called scaffold db context. So this will pick up everything from the database that we are supplying in the connection string over here. And we will create a model structure for our solution into the output directory called models. Data source. In this inverted comma, provider name. Our data provider name is Microsoft.entity core.SQL server. Output directory name, models. Now we require the data source connection string, and easiest way to copy the data source connection string, go to view menu and server explorer. Now we have a data connections. Right click on data connection and add connection. We will import server name here. So go to SQL Server Management Studio and copy our server name localDB MS SQL localDB. Select and enter a database name from this drop down list. The database name is my data demo. Select this and click OK. In the connection properties, we have a data string. In properties, connection string, data source, copy from it, open notepad and paste the connection string, data source localDB, MS SQL localDB, catalog, my data demo and integrated security is equal to true. Now paste the data connection string between inverted comma. Now we have a full command of scaffolding db context. This command gives us output directory and its name is models and create models folder and classes and db context everything. Now press enter. Command created successfully. Go to solution explorer and models folder. We have a db context and nifty stock class file. Here is our db context. Everything is set. model builder, DB set, etc. and Nifty stock class file. All our properties from table column. Here is our table column properties. In context file in if block, there is an own configuration method which use the connection string that will provide to make a connection, but it's not a best way to add the connection string over here. So we will make changes to that and see how a real world application would use the connection string. So let's make the changes over here. We will start by deleting this if statement. Now open app setting to JSON file in Solution Explorer. Open app setting to JSON file and below this allow host put a punctuation mark and enter. We will create a tag for connection string inside that give a connection string name of the data source. So let's start connection string, name of the connection string. Our connection string name enter NSE market data. Build a solution. Now open startup.cs file and some changes in service method, iService collections, services.addb context pool. Now we enter a context name. Our context name is my data demo context and my data demo context in web application demo.models folder. To bring this namespace, now we are using option as a Lambda expression. Options, options. We use SQL Server. So use SQL Server. Bring a required namespace using Microsoft Entity Framework Core. Now we have a connection string name. Use init. So configuration dot get connection string and name our connection string. So we open app settings to JSON and here is our connection string name NSE market data. Copy that and paste into get connection string name. Now we required a repository for fetch data from our SQL Server database. So we create a new folder and folder name is data services and we add a new item. We use interfaces and interface name I market data interface. Change access modifier to public and create a method sign task I enable of bring a required namespace get nifty stocks. Now another repository class add class name to NSC market data SQL repository and inherit to interface I market data and implement this interface into class. Now we use a constructor for this class from SQL database data collect instant of a DB context. Our DB context name is my data demo context and get accessor. My my data demo context is equal to my data demo. Here is a task sign, so we use async method return my data demo context dot NAC stocks data dot to list async method and required namespace entity framework core, and here is async method, so we use await keyword, open a startup file and set our dependency injections, so we use services dot add scope method, required a namespace NAC market data. First, we open a My Data Demo context and we have a two constructor. One is parameterized and one is empty constructor. We do not need to empty constructor, so delete the empty constructor. Right click on Pages folder, add a new razor page and select empty razor page. Add and give a meaningful name of razor page. We enter our razor page name is NAC market data and then click add. Now we will open a layout file in shared folder. In this file, copy the link element and paste under that link element and change its name to privacy to NAC market data page. It's our ASP page tag. Now change our hyperlink so its name is Nifty 50. We will open a NSE market data page.cs file. After that, we will create a public list property of Nifty stock class, bring a required namespace and get accessor or set accessor. Now create a private properties of iMarketData interface and only set a get accessor for call our getData method. We will create a constructor for iMarketData interface. Now change the signature of onGet method async task iActionResult and change our method name onGetAsync. Now we will get data from SQL Server where data is equal to market data dot get Nifty stocks. We use async method, so we input await keyword and return page. In result page, we will use standard HTML table with bootstrap class table primary. We will create a table header as our CSV file. Create a table body and then create a for each loop. If you like this video, so don't forget subscribe my channel, and if you like my videos, so please share in your friend and like our videos. Now build and execute our application. Now go to menu Nifty 50. Something went wrong. We have one row in one column, so delete all for each loop tr and then build and run. We will completely execute this web page. Thank you for watching this video and don't forget subscribe, like and share this video.